Yo guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing good, man. Today, on this beautiful day, mate. Oh, right. Anyway, today, guys, we're going to be reacting to 3 true BBL horror stories animated by Ayamar Scary Tale. So, without any further ado, let's look at these animated BBLs, man. Lego.
I've dreamed of having a perfect hourglass figure ever since I
Bow.
started belly dancing at 12, but I ended up inheriting my mom's lean genes and got a flat butt instead. So when I finally turned 26 and could actually afford butt lift surgery, I felt like I'd won the lottery. I found the clinic through my belly dancing group chat. Priya, a recent joiner, posted some amazing before and after pictures with a referral code, saying the price was insane for the results. Like any normal person, I looked them up. Their website was totally slick and professional. Their social media was constantly
Okay, Priya. Okay, I see you.
updated with posts, client success stories, and procedure details. I checked reviews on 3 different sites and mostly found 4- and 5-star ratings, with only a few complaints that seriously sounded like people hadn't followed the aftercare instructions. I even double-checked the doc's name, and he was totally legit. Once I was satisfied, I booked an appointment. When I showed up, the place looked exactly like the pictures. The floors were spotless. There were framed certificates all over.
Gosh. God, if I walk in and this is the look, I'm walking right back out. I'm not. No.
Walls, and a receptionist was right there to help anyone who walked in.
Bigfoot ass
She
nigga?
shoved a clipboard at me and told me to fill it out.
Dr. Miller will be here in a sec. Go ahead and get your measurements done.
After
Stop
I filled
smiling
out
at
the
me.
paperwork, Dr. Miller came out. He walked me through the whole BBL procedure step by step. He covered what to expect after a week.
This nigga a smoker. He be toking on shit, bro. He probably high right now. Huh. So liposuction. And then fat purification. Then they inject it back. Okay.
After a month, how the transferred fat actually settles,
Is that
what's
actually how they
normal
do
for
it?
bruising and what isn't. I'd already read enough stuff that I had some real questions, and he answered every single one of them without hesitation. I walked feeling totally reassured, went home, and just counted down the days till the surgery. Dr. Miller was awesome. The surgery itself seemed okay. He really helped calm my nerves too. I woke up sore and wrapped in those compression bandages. A nurse handed me a printout with the aftercare instructions.
These niggas really just cut open your booty, bro. Cut open your booty just to inject fat taken from your stomach. Just so you can look good in your belly dancing class, mind you.
And sent me on my way. The first couple of days were uncomfortable,
Oh, gosh.
but I handled it. I stayed in bed, took the pain meds, and followed every single instruction on that sheet. I was being super careful about doing everything right. On the 3rd day, I noticed the faint, sour smell oozing out. I told myself it was the bandages, maybe the topical ointment. I changed the dressing the way I'd been shown and tried not to spiral, but on day 4, it was stronger. I pressed gently around the surgical site and felt a warmth that was different from bruising. I called the clinic. Dr. Miller's
that shit leaking out. Bro.
answer was pleasant and quick. Some odor during healing is completely normal. Continue the aftercare regimen and call back if the pain increases significantly. I asked about the color change I was seeing. Some discoloration is expected with bruising, Mia. Give it a few more days. That's exactly what I did. By day 5, my skin looked weird.
Bruh.
Instead of the
Your shit. Bro, what did he put in you?
Purple and yellow bruising the doctor had talked about. It was a grayish-brown patch spreading from the center of where I
That's
got the
an
shot,
alien.
with uneven, almost splotchy edges. It looked like I was rotting from the inside. I snapped a picture and shot it over to the clinic's contact number, saying
Bro,
I
you got
was
Rice
worried
Krispies
and
in
needed
your
them to
ass,
call
bro.
me back, but they didn't respond. I called again and got bounced to voicemail. I left a long message explaining how worried I was and begged them to call me ASAP. But a whole day went by, and I didn't hear a word. I even tried the second number on their website. It just kept ringing. I barely slept that night because of the pain. It was a deep ache that felt like something was building up inside of me with nowhere to go.
Go to the damn hospital. Oh my gosh, you don't take your ass to the damn hospital. Look at you. Look at you. You wanted some extra yams, but look what you got. Jeez.
By morning, I had a fever and could hardly move.
That
The smell got
sound.
so bad that I moved to the couch and threw open every window in the apartment. My sister drove me to the hospital. The ER doctor who examined me called in a colleague. They stepped near the door
Said,
and
"I don't know
spoke
what
in
I'm
low
looking at."
voices for a few minutes while I lay on the table staring at the ceiling. When they came back, their faces were pale. The substance injected during your procedure was not medical-grade filler. It was cooking oil.
This nigga put cooking oil in her. Oh my gosh.
I heard the words and I knew what each one meant. It still took a second for them to actually connect and make sense to me. He broke down exactly what cooking oil does inside your body, how the tissue freaks out when it can't break down some foreign crap, and how that's when the tissue starts dying. He kept repeating the words, necrosis. We've started the treatment, but the final result will really depend on how fast we can fix the damage that's already there. I asked him if parts of me were dying. He didn't deny it.
Oh yeah. Your ass is dead.
Damn!
Literally your ass is dead. Maybe that's where the term came from. Shit, who knows? She probably invented the term. I forgot what her name was. Laurie or some shit.
I've had 2 surgeries since that day, and there probably will be a third. The people who ran that clinic took the deposits, dissolved the business, and disappeared. My lawyer says cases like these are hard to prosecute because the entities vanish before there's anything solid to attach to. So, right now, nobody has been held accountable for what they put inside my body. I think about the group chat constantly, about the referral code, the person who posted those before and after photos, and whether they knew about the methods. And I think about how many other women clicked that same link, sat in the same clean waiting room, signed those same forms, and went home waiting for a call that was never going to come. I was one of them. The only difference is, I'm still here to talk about it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
See, women, shit like this should deter you from going to do some stupid shit and injecting your own fat in your butt. Okay? You end up with a dead ass. Like the previous girl here. Okay? So just keep hitting your squats and shit. Okay? You won't see the results the next day. It takes time. But you'll get there.
I matched with Connor on Tinder. He was 30-ish, sold car parts for a living, and played violin when he wasn't working.
Oh yeah. No. Any nigga that sells cars and plays violin, it's an untrustworthy nigga right there.
Our chats were decent, so
Violin.
when he asked to meet up in person, I didn't hesitate. We decided to meet downtown at this popular Italian restaurant. He was already sitting when I got there, but the moment he saw me, his face changed color. Damn, you're flat as a surfboard. He yelled it loud enough for heads to turn. He got up, saying he had shown up hoping for a woman and had gotten a plank of wood instead. A group of teen girls giggled across our table. I flushed and tried standing my ground, but Connor grabbed his wine glass, dumped it onto my face.
Oh my bitch! Oh my god, shoot him. Shoot, this is when you just pull out your what? No, fuck this. Pop this nigga, bro.
And stormed out. I ran home crying, losing my mind over the embarrassment. By morning, I promised myself I'd fix my butt no matter what. I couldn't afford a lifting surgery. I was fresh out of uni and barely made enough to stay afloat. But I looked.
For fuck's sake, bro. One date, really?
Anyway, I checked out financing options, clinics in other states, and those medical tourism packages. But all of it was way out of my league. With each passing day, I was going crazy desperate. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. A few weeks later, I was scrolling through my Instagram when a sponsored ad popped up in my feed. It had one of those before and after snaps that looked legit. The caption mentioned making good care available to everyone. The doctor's name wasn't anywhere on the page, but it mentioned their number.
Dr. BBL.
I dialed it, and a guy answered. He said he was Dr. Joseph, and he was a registered cosmetic surgeon. He asked me a few questions and quoted a surprisingly low price for my case. He said he ran a private practice from his home and could see me this coming Thursday. The house was on the city's outskirts, on a long block with wide gaps between properties. I sat in the driveway a few minutes before entering. A man who appeared to be in his mid-40s opened the door, donning a medical coat over his regular...
The fuck is on your jacket, dude? What is on your jacket? No.
overalls.
You think wearing overalls and the doctor coat over the overalls? Stop. And what are them, Ray-Ban Metas? You recording me?
His glasses were thick, and his hair was wild and curly. He introduced himself as Dr. Joseph and led me to his consultation room. It was only a plain room with a desk and a couple of chairs. He started asking basic questions about my history and what I was looking to get. I told him everything I thought was necessary. "You'll be the belle of the ball after this, Julia." He smiled, showing off his uneven yellow teeth. His breath smelled like old garbage and gross spit. The smell was everywhere. I turned my head away so I won't actually throw up. Suddenly, my eyes landed on a few faint red spots on the carpet near the door. I started getting a bad feeling. I looked him up and down.
Leave. Julia, leave.
His coat, which I thought looked clean when he opened the door, had brownish dried up stains too. I gulped. My heart started beating wildly in my chest. I told him I needed to use the bathroom. He pointed me down the hallway. I walked slowly, trying to observe the layout. Once I hit the bathroom, I splashed some cold water on my wrists and told myself I was freaking out over nothing. People hold practices in their houses. The weird smell was probably the building itself. Suddenly, a heavy thud echoed from down the hallway. Right after, the rooting smell got so hard it made my eyes water and the back of my throat burn. I opened the door and headed straight for the front door, but Joseph was already in the hallway, holding a clipboard. "Just a consent form before we continue." He grinned.
What was that sound?
I whispered, backing away. A cold dread seized me. "Oh, that was just the material for your butt, Julia." He shrugged. "Don't worry, it's fresh."
Material?
Yeah, freshly.
So he uses fresh butt to add to butt. He's stealing ass to give ass. You grimy ass nigga, bro.
Doug, Tony was buried just 2 days ago. We'll just sever the torso.
And you're gonna use a man's ass?
Damn.
Joseph. Doc, no.
And stitch what's left of him to you. It'll be a perfect fit. My stomach dropped. I bolted down the hallway, the only other direction available, thinking there had to be a back door or a window. But he was faster. He caught my arm before I made it 3 steps and spun me hard into the wall. My shoulder took the impact, and I bit through the inside of my cheek. I've been waiting a long time for someone patient enough to stay. He snickered, fisting my hair and slamming it against the wall. My head spun, and blood oozed from the side of my head. I screamed and struggled, but he was too strong. He started dragging me by the hair towards the consultation room. I could see the gray toe tips of Tony. I had to do something quick. I reached for his hair and tugged the hardest I could before I drove my knee into his groin.
That's it.
Joseph doubled forward. I shoved him sideways into the wall and ran out of the house. I could hear him behind me. He was trying to get closer. I grabbed a vase from the hallway and swung it backward without turning around.
That's it.
I felt it connect, and he went down hard, but I didn't look.
Out of there.
I dashed out of the front door, got to my car, and drove to the nearest police station. My hands were shaking so badly I had to pull over twice before I reached the main road.
Julia, pull over. Really? You had to pull over twice? No, we ain't got time for that.
Got Joseph on the floor, passed out. He confessed to snatching bodies for the cemetery and doing fake surgeries. He wasn't any kind of plastic surgeon. He was just some dude who always wanted to be a doctor but never made it happen. All the victims they found had answered that same ad. They were all young women who wanted to look pretty after being humiliated. They said I was lucky I survived. I know that, and I'm grateful. It doesn't stop me from worrying about those who weren't or wouldn't, because there are still tons of Julia scrolling through their feeds at 2 in the morning. My wedding was only 3 months away, and honestly, the thought of having a perfect, round, bouncy butt instead of my flat one for the wedding and honeymoon pictures was way too tempting to pass up. My fiancé...
Fuck's sake, bro. For fuck's sake. You're in a wedding dress. You're in a fat ass wedding dress. All big and thrilly and white. No one's gonna see your ass anyway. My god.
Maxwell had brought it up once as a joke. He was out of town on a business trip and wouldn't be back for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, Max, now you done fucked her
I'd
mind up, bro.
him.
Great.
I clicked the link to get more details.
Now you girls in an animated horror story. Because you wanted to make jokes.
Found it was a limited time deal, promising a certified surgeon and real results. The before and after pics looked legit. The video testimonials were great too. Those women sounded totally natural and spoke specifically not like they were reading off a script. The comments section was blowing up with people tagging their friends. I saved the thing, told myself I'd really check it out in the morning. 3 days later, I went ahead and booked a consultation. The building was on a street I knew, which was a plus. The lobby was clean. There was a directory on the wall, and the elevator took me up to a standard hallway. The office itself wasn't fancy or anything, but it was neat and organized. The doctor who saw me was super chill and took his time. He walked me through the whole fat transfer process, how long recovery would take, the compression stuff I'd need, and what the results would realistically look like at different points. He took notes and asked about my medical history. When I asked about the price, he immediately explained that some brand was covering the difference. Near the end of the consultation, he brought up a cancellation. One of our other clients suddenly came down with a fever. Her afternoon slot is open, and we've already got everything prepped, and the anesthesiologist is here. If you want to jump on it right now, we can give you a better deal. The digit he quoted was pretty tempting, but I was still on the fence. He must have noticed my hesitation because he quickly added that he totally got it if I needed more time, but the number he threw out for a same-day spot was so low that I ended up agreeing. He gave me something to chill out before...
See, bro, shit, like, I understand trying to save money and that, but when it comes to stuff that's, like, part of your, like, you're changing your body, or, for example, you're getting a tattoo or something, like, bro, this is life. This is life. Just take your time, save up, and then pay like a proper good amount of money to where you know you're gonna get good proper results. Like it's a gamble to go cheaper when you're doing stuff with your body. It really is.
The procedure and told me to hop on the table. I remember staring at the ceiling, thinking about texting Lucy, my sister, before I totally pass out. When I woke up, I had no clue what time it was. Something felt off about the room, even before I was totally awake. It was pitch dark and quiet, with no beeps or machine sounds. I was cladded in a thin blanket on a bed with a metal frame, and a door looked bolted. To my left hung equipment that had no business being there in a butt-lifting surgery. I tried searching for my phone in my pocket, but couldn't find it.
Gone.
I somehow pushed myself up onto one elbow, wanting to call out to someone. Suddenly, my eyes landed on the shelves in the corner, lined with glass jars filled with a dark liquid. Something was floating inside. I squinted and gasped. Tens of human organs were harvested there. I could see kidney, a liver section, and other things I didn't have words for. All of them were labeled in marker on pieces of white tape. The room tilted. I grabbed the bed frame and held on. This was not a cosmetic surgery unit. These guys were harvesting organs and selling them. And I had walked in through the front door, signed a consent form, and let one of them put a needle in my arm. My heart started pounding and my head buzzed. I could hear faint voices in the hallway. In a few minutes, they'd be here. I got to my feet. My legs were unsteady and the room swam, but I made myself stand. I looked at the door, the shelves, and the jars. I searched for anything I could use. There was a metal tray on the table beside the bed with instruments.
This bitch, she's seen butcher's knives, chemical, all of that shit hanging up right next to the bed. And she said, nah, I'm gonna grab me the small surgery scissors in the medical drawer.
Laid out on it. I grabbed a scissor and hid it behind my back right as the door opened. Good.
What the fuck are you hiding at this point? What?
We'll get started here in a second. The doctor came in with that same friendly look he had during the consultation. He saw I was awake, but didn't seem bothered at all.
Get away!
He rolled his eyes and started filling up a syringe. It'll be real quick, I promise. He whistled as he started coming closer. I backed away, gripping the scissors hard. Just as he caught my wrist, I stabbed the scissors into his shoulder and charged at the door before he could get his footing back. He screamed and tried grabbing my arm, but I twisted hard until his grip slipped and got through the gap into the hallway.
Okay.
I could hear footsteps coming from everywhere.
Bro, out of there.
More of
just
them.
Like Julia.
The hallway felt never-ending, and it was badly lit. Closed doors kept running down both sides. From behind one of them, I could hear faint knocking, like whoever was doing it had been at it for a long time. I wanted...
Oh, his victims. Oh. Shit, I would have just shouted, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call the police. They'll come for you.
to stop and to be clear about
that,
but I couldn't. He was already in the hallway behind me. I ran all the way to the far end, through a fire door, into a stairwell, and out onto the street. I sat down on the pavement because my legs stopped working. A few passers-by stopped and called emergency services. They stayed with me until the cops arrived. The police got there fast. Someone had already called in a tip about the building. They'd seen the same ad, done some digging, and flagged it before I ever walked through the doors. Officers were already on their way when I came out. They found 4 other women inside. I was the only one who got out on her own. I think about that more than anything else. I know there was nothing I could have done in that hallway with them chasing me, but it doesn't stop the overthinking. The case is ongoing. I've been told not to discuss details publicly. I'll still warn the others to keep them from making the same mistakes I did, though. Don't trust everything you see on the internet. especially the offers that seem too good to be true. Because all it takes is one mistake to cost you your peace of mind, sanity, and some.
I know, and you're already getting married. It's not like your husband don't already love you, bro. You're nice. With that being said, girls, don't get a BBL because you'll end up on animated horror stories. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Two videos dropping every single day. So pull up tomorrow. Come check me out. Peace and prosperity. I'm gone.